What up? What up? 420 Fantasy Hustler back at you. We got another IDP video. If it's your first time here on the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Let's get into the top 10 of these rookie defensive linemen. My ranks are going to be just a tad bit different than the NFL draft because I got AIDEN HUTCHINSON at number 1 over there with the Lions. All these guys in the top couple are going to make an immediate impact right away. A lot of these first rounders, but AIDEN HUTCHINSON is the guy that I feel makes the biggest impact for his team right away. That's why I got him at the 101 for the IDP rookie defensive lineman. Look at any of his tape last year. I mean, this dude was just a stud. I mean, he's huge. He's got a high motor. He can rush the passer, but he's really good in the rush game as well. So the dude can literally do it all, like a lot of these top guys can do. For me, he's that dude that I want. I mean, in a rookie draft, you're probably going to have to get him somewhere in the second round, unless you play in a league with a bunch of crazy ass, IDP heads, and maybe you have to grab him at the end of the first, because I've seen him drafted at the end of the first, but I've seen him fall all the way to the end of the second as well. So it just depends on the style of league that you are in. Number 2 on the list for me, from the Giants, KAYVON Thibodeaux. Man, talk about another high motor guy. Everything that they got going on over there in the Giants just leads me to believe that he's probably going to be the leading sacker, like, on their squad. They got a lot of guys who could tackle real good, but they don't really have too many players that can get after the QB like that. So I really feel like he's going to come in, just have an immediate impact. Maybe flirt 7-8 sacks, in the season. He's pretty good defending the run as well. So he should be racking up a bunch of tackles. Someone who you got to get in the late second round. I mean, unless you're in a crazy IDP league, that's the thing I always have to preface, because I've seen Thibodeaux go at the very first half of the second round. Then I've seen him drop all the way to the third round. So it really just depends on how crazy your league is about IDPs. But between the second and the third round of a rookie draft is when you're going to have to be cracking off Thibodeaux. I mean, the way I draft, these guys would not be instant starters for my team. I would have them on the taxi squad, but they would be ready to jump in there right away, just like this next guy, TRAVON Walker. I got him number 3. He did go number 1 overall in the draft to the Jaguars. Jags got a few rushers already, and guys, like Josh Allen, on the other side of them, the Jaguars, Josh Allen, okay, not the QB, Josh Allen. Guys like him might make it tougher for Walker to just jump in. I think he is going to have an immediate impact. I mean, we got him number 3, on the defensive lineman. You're going to have to draft him in the second or third round either way. So you're going to have to pay a premium for him. He should be worth that draft capital. Any of these top 4 guys, I'm super stoked to get. Whether it's I'm going to try to pull these guys off in the late second, early third, and just see who I can get there. And one guy who's been falling even farther than that is Jermaine Johnson from the Jets. Now, all 4 of these guys are already inked in as starters on their squads. Like, they got picked because they're going to go there and they're going to start. Jermaine Johnson, I do like how he has linebacker and defensive line eligibility on Sleeper, but mainly you're going to be playing him at the defensive line. I love the value that you're getting out of him, because I swear I've gotten him in like the 4th, and he just keeps dropping. It's because if you're not one of those first couple guys, it just depends on your league and how deep you guys are going to go with the IDPs. But yeah, Jermaine Johnson, he's someone I'm super stoked to get. If I can get him in the 4th round, I am all about that, because he's going to have an immediate impact for the Jets. Now, with the Jets, getting guys like Sauce Gardner, like, they're going to set up guys like Jermaine Johnson just to go after the quarterback and go after him often. All right, so top 4, I believe there is a tier break, but the guy at number 5 here is in a tier all by himself, and then the last 5 guys all in tier 3 to me. So tier 2 for these defensive linemen is going to be George Karlaftis, okay, for the Kansas City Chiefs. We know he should be an immediate starter. They drafted him in the 1st round, so they're expecting him to make a big impact. The thing that I just don't really like about the Chiefs, maybe it's just their scheme, but they just cannot get to the QB. That's my whole issue with them. So that's even why I have him, 5th here and in a separate tier than the top guys. Someone who you could get really late. I mean, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, maybe even later, just depending on what league you're in. And then these last 5 guys, we're just going to touch on them real quick, just so you know the names. But we got Arnold. I don't even know how to say his last name. It's Arnold EBIKETIE from Atlanta. Now, he's a 2nd rounder. He should get mixed in right away. He's already at the top of their depth chart. Someone I'm not super excited about, but amongst these last 5 guys, you're talking dart throws, and at least amongst these dart throws, he's already at the top of the depth chart, you know, for them. Jordan Davis, someone who was drafted in the 1st round, probably will end up being a starter, but he's behind Fletcher Cox like right now. So he's probably going to be part of a committee more than being a starter and getting a bunch of reps, you know, right away. He's probably just going to be a piece on that line. Jordan Davis is with the Eagles also, by the way. I don't think I said that. Same with Devonte Wyatt with Green Bay. Going to be kind of the same thing. I mean, he's not even at the top of their depth chart right now. He's probably going to be one of the pieces that's rotating on their line, you know, getting a bunch of play, but not starting and not getting a heavy snap percentage. At number 9 for me, I got Logan Hall. So he was drafted, pick number 33 overall by Tampa Bay. He's not at the top of their depth chart yet, but we know that he is going to be a big piece. I mean, you lost guys like Sue. Who knows if they bring him back? They still haven't made a move, you know, on him. But yeah, Logan Hall, I feel he's going to be one of those pieces that's contributing. I don't think he's going to be a starter right away. And same with the last guy here, David OJABO with the Baltimore Ravens, got drafted in the 2nd round. So they spent some nice draft capital on him. Not at the top of their depth chart. That's really like a lot of it what it is right now. Guys who we know are at the top of the depth chart, they're easily mixing into a starting role. Those guys are always going to end up being higher in my ranks because those guys are going to be putting in some work in year 1, like some solid work. These guys, you know, everyone who I just said after EBIKETIE, Jordan Davis, Devonte Wyatt, Logan Hall, David OJABO, they're going to be competing for getting the starting job. Like that's the biggest thing with these guys. So they might not be year 1 like impact players. They might be more like year 2, year 3 impact players. Those are the guys you just tuck in on your taxi squad. Top 5 should be ready to play for you this year. So those are the guys maybe might get drafted in some redraft leagues. Like the top 3 guys, Hutchinson, Thibodeaux, Walker, those guys will probably get drafted in redraft leagues. Maybe Jermaine Johnson if you play with multiple defensive linemen, but probably not George Karlaftis. So there we go. I'm going to have more videos coming out, defensive backs, the linebackers for rookies. Then we're also going to be getting into some dynasty rankings and yeah, offense too. Me, Bogey, Spencer the Guru. We got some content coming. If you guys are not following on the podcast, just make sure you go to hustlerpod.com and then go set up all the downloads because we're bringing the heat all off season and through the season. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played